Yes. If in the question, 12th class accountancy, chapter 5 cash flow statement, and the topic is cash flow from operating activities. Suppose in the question, statement of profit and loss is given. Clear? So in that case, you can see that how the profits are have come in the statement of profit and loss. Suppose RFO is given, then add other income. This already you have done in chapter 3. Then it will be total revenue. Then total expenses will be subtracted. Then net profit before tax will come. Then the provision for tax made. Then the dividend, and then the transfer to reserve. So all these are known as appropriations. So if in the question this step is given, this step, okay, this step is given, net profit before tax, then you are going to start your answer with the answer given here only. You will be not making working note. Why? Because we need to make working note when the net profit after taxes are given. So we have to add back the different things: proposed dividend, interim dividend, provision for tax, transfer to reserve. So if already the net profit before tax is given and still you people are doing the step 1, you are considering this last profit, not this profit, then you are wasting your time. So you have to consider when to make working note or when not to make working note. When to make, when the net profit after taxes are given, then definitely you need to make working note. But if in the question already net profit before taxes are given, so you will start your cash flow from operating activity by using this figure only, and there is no need of making of working note. Okay, so you can see the further division: net profit after tax, from net profit before tax, taxes are subtracted, then transfer to reserve, then final dividend, then interim dividend, and finally you get this figure. So if in the question this figure is given, then you are going to add back all these things: interim dividend paid, add; final dividend paid, add; transfer to reserve, add; then provision for tax, add. Then you will be getting back to the net profit before tax. It's a very important treatment. Consider it please while doing any of the question. But if already net profit before tax is given, it means all these things are not subtracted till now. When these are not subtracted, then there is no need to add it back. So it's a very important thing. You have to consider it. Clear? Then this is the note, working note: net profit after appropriations, which is the difference between the current year and previous year's balance. So add interim dividend, final dividend, transfer to reserve, provision for tax, income tax refund, then a loss due to earthquake, less proceeds from the insurance claim, which is an extraordinary item, and this will be the net profit before tax and extraordinary item. So all this working note is to be prepared only when net profit after appropriation after tax is given. But if the statement of profit and loss is given, then you will be directly taking this portion, and you need not to do any adjustments in this portion. So now let's start with a question. Okay, so I'm giving you 5 minutes for doing this question. You all will be doing, then I will be explaining this in your own manner. Or what we can do that we can solve this question. I can explain you how this question, then the next question you will be doing. Okay, so it will be better and easy for you people. Just give me 1 minute. So this is the question in which you can see the net profits of a company. Yes, the net profits of a company before tax. So this is the profit before tax. So please tell me, is there any need of making working note if the profits are before tax given? I am waiting for your answer in chat box. Yes. Yes, yes, very good. So you have to read the answer question carefully. Very good. No. So this is our the outcome of the first step. First step was the working note, and already the working note result is given. So we will write the information in this format like this. This is, and here we are going to write cash from operating activities. Cash from operating activities. calculation of cash from operating activities. And in this is our main heading. The step 1 is net profit before tax. And we will start with the question with this figure, which is 12,50,000. Okay. Then do the B part. What was the B part? Add non-operating and non-cash expenses. So you have to identify which are the non-operating and non-cash expenses here. Yes. Depreciation on fixed asset, non-operating, goodwill written off, amortization of goodwill, non-operating, loss on sale of machine, again non-operating. So all these three will be added. Depreciation, goodwill written off. I am writing here in short form. You have to write the complete figure. Loss on sale of machine. Okay, so it's 25,000 will be added. Then goodwill 15,000. Then loss on sale of machine 12,000. Now check for, is there any item to be subtracted given? Yes. Check for this. Is there any item to be subtracted is given in the question? Yes. Recall the items here. Interest received, dividend received, rent received, decrease in provision for doubtful debts, profit on sale of machine. Nothing is given. So it means we will skip that step. Okay. And the final outcome will be known as of this step. The final outcome, operating profit before working capital changes. This is operating profit before working capital changes. So now there is nothing to subtract. So we will skip that step. Need not to write that step. Whatever is not given in the question, you need to skip that. Okay. So operating profit before working capital changes. So what is the operating profit before working capital changes? We need to add all these figures. So 25 plus 15, 40, 40 plus 12, 52. So it's 3,02,000. This is the operating profit before working capital changes. Now come to the next part or next step of the cash from operating activities. That was the add decrease in current assets, or how you can write like this, arrow form. So it will be easy to learn. Decrease in current asset and increase in current liabilities. But you have to consider the except. So in except, what we were having, cash and cash equivalent, current investments. But here these are not given. Then we were, let me check, the question is more. Yes, inventory is also there, outstanding is also there. So we will consider it also. So increase in current liability. So we have to check all the current assets, BR and debtors. These two are current assets. So BR, we can see that these are the figures of 2019 and these are the figures of 2020. So we can make a comparison. In 19, the BR were 25,000. Now it's 15,500. So BR is decreased. So you are going to write here BR. And if it is decreased, then it will be added. So it is decreased by 9,500. Next, debtors. In debtors, we can see there is increase. So हम यहाँ पर treat नहीं करेंगे उसको, next part में treat करेंगे. Then we can see BP. BP are also increased. So increase in current liability. So we are going to write here BP. And what is the increased amount in current liabilities? 2,500. Clear? Then inventory. Inventory is again decreased. There is no hard and fast sequence. Any current asset, any current liability, the manner in which you like, you want, you can write. Okay, ऐसा भी नहीं है कि पहले आपको assets ही लिखने हैं, फिर आपको liabilities ही लिखने हैं. So whatever the figure is first coming in front of your eyes, you can write that figure. Okay, so inventory is also decreased by 4,000. So this is the decrease in inventory. So it will be also added. Next, wait a minute. Yes. Next is the we have to see the current liabilities, outstanding expenses are decreased. So it will be not treated here. Now come to the next part, which is less increase in current assets. Arrows will be reverted. Increase in current asset and decrease in current liabilities. You can see the direction of arrows. So in less portion, less part, you need to revert the arrows, direction of arrows. When arrow is moving upward, it means increasing. When arrow is coming downward, it means it is decreasing. So here I had written decrease in current asset, here increase in current asset. So now outstanding expenses are decreased. Outstanding expenses are decreased by what amount? 1000. So this 1000 is to be subtracted. And as I told you earlier, that if any figure, any amount is to be subtracted, then you have to keep it in bracket. Now I am going back. Actually, one item was left there. That is debtors, increase in debtors. So here you need to write debtors. Clear? And these are increased by 8,800. Now we will check. We have done each and everything. If some other information is given, maybe in the question many more things may be given, so that may not be of your use. So you have to just skip that part. Suppose the fixed assets are given, suppose the shareholder funds are given, but in operating activity you need only this much of information, so all the extra information will be avoided. Okay, so now what we need to find out: cash generated from cash, wait a minute, cash generated from all activities. Wait, yes, cash generated, D portion, cash generated from operating activity. Operating activity. So we will do the addition as well as subtraction, and the final answer will come 13,08,200. This answer may be positive or negative. Okay, and if this answer is positive, we are going to write cash generated from, and if this answer is negative, we need to write used, cash used in operating activities. Cash used means outflows are more than inflows, and cash from means, yes, cash from means inflows are more than outflows. So both type answer you may have. Clear? Now which step is left? Last step, that is the less income tax paid. Less income tax paid. So which year income tax you have to consider? Previous year. If it is there in the question, then you need to subtract the income tax. But in this question, you can see that there is no information about the income tax in the complete question. So you can skip this step, or better to write this so that it is in your memory. It is always in your mind that after this step, you have to subtract income tax. Then the same will be your answer, and this answer will be known as cash flow. Yes, this answer will be known as net cash flow from net cash flow. Same answer. If there is no taxes, net cash flow from operating activities. Here you are going to write generated, and here you are going to write cash flow from operating activities. Cash flow from operating activities. This will be your final answer. So this is all about the cash flow from operating activity. Many questions you will be finding about this topic or about this. So in this we have started with the, wait a minute. We have started with what? The step 1. Yes. Yes. Step 1, that was the net profit before tax, which was already given. Then add all the non-operating. So here only 3 were given. More than 3 may be there, or only 1 may be there. Depreciation, goodwill. So whatever the information is given as per the format, you are going to treat that information only. And the things which are not given but you have learned, you have to skip that. So every time formula should be there in your mind for solving the question. So add non-operating cash, depreciation, goodwill, loss on sale of machinery. Then there was no item to subtract. So we have not subtracted anything. Then the final result will be known as operating profit before working capital changes. Then add decrease in current asset and increase in current liabilities except cash and cash equivalent, current investment, short-term borrowings, and provision for tax. These four will not be considered here. Other than these four, each and every current asset and current liability will be considered. Then after doing this, you will be getting cash generated. Yes, what you will be getting? Cash generated from, if the answer is positive, and if the answer is negative, then the term will be known as cash used. So you are going to write in bracket. Then in final stage, you are going to subtract income tax paid. So that will be the previous year. And after subtracting the income tax, you will get the cash flow from operating activity. This will be your answer. So here you have to consider one or 2 points. Suppose in some of the question, so this is the provision for tax treatment, which I am telling you, and it's very important. Provision for tax 2019, 2020, and suppose it is given 50,000 and it is given 1 lakh. Okay. So this 1 lakh will be added in the working note. This is the current year, and this 50,000 will be subtracted at the end here. But sometimes 2 provision for taxes are not given inside the question. Only one tax is given in the form of additional information. That is the tax paid. And no information is given about the previous year or the current year. Only this is given, 50,000. So in that case, what you need to do? Now you are having only one figure instead of 2 figures. So in that case, you know it very well from 11th class that whenever anything is given in additional information, that is treated twice. That is treated twice. So I have given you hint. So please tell me how the treatment will be done. You can raise hand or you can tell me in chat box how the treatment will be done. If only this 50,000 is given, then how the treatment will be done? I have given you hint that if anything is given in additional information, you have to treat in twice. Yes, only this 50,000 is given. So how twice it will be treated? Yes, I am waiting for your answer. You can raise hands also. Sometime I'm really surprised, class, that after again and again I'm telling you to raise hand, but only few students take interest in raising hand. Yes. How this will be treated? Yes. Very good. Yes. So the same amount will be added in the working note and same amount will be subtracted from here because only one amount is there. When 2 amounts will be there, then one amount will be added, which current year, and previous year amount will be subtracted. But only when one amount is given in the additional information, that is taxes paid. Taxes paid. In that case, you are going to add that particular amount and that particular amount will be subtracted. Now one more treatment, and it is also very important. Now in second case, this is given. Try to understand it very carefully. Yes, this is balance sheet and it is given provision for tax. And figures for 2019 and here figures for 2020. This is 50,000 and this is 1 lakh. These are given. And now along with this information, ye given here. Along with this information, one additional information is also given. Income tax paid during the year. Income tax paid during the year. Ambika, I will remove you. Income tax paid during the year. Don't try to make me fool, Ambika. Income tax paid during the year, which is 60,000. Clear? Which is 60,000. So now both the years are given as well as the additional information is given. So it means now tax is given 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now what to do? So whenever in cash flow statement, any information is given 3 times. How 3 times? 2 times inside the question in the balance sheet. Okay. And 1 time in the form of additional. You will be having so many questions of this type in the later part of the chapter. So in that case, you need to prepare an account for that particular item, ledger account. Okay. And by preparing the ledger account, you will come to know that how the treatment will be done. So here I am making the provision for tax account. Try to listen carefully and try to understand it, as it's a very important topic. Provision for tax. So first of all, we are having two balances. This is the previous year balance and this is the current year balance. So in each account, whenever we are going to start with the account, if the opening balances are given, then you all know that the account is started with the opening balance. So this is the opening balance. And as provision for tax is a liability, so liabilities have credit balance. So we are going to show the opening balance on the credit side by balance BD. And this figure will be written here. What is the amount? 50,000. Clear? And this is the closing balance. If opening balance has come on the credit side, then definitely the closing balance will be coming on debit side. So first thing which we need to do is writing the opening balance and writing the closing balance. This is opening balance and this is closing balance. Now it is given that income tax paid during the year. Here. So here we are not talking about the sole proprietor. In sole proprietor, whenever we were paying the tax, then we were passing the entry drawings to cash. But it was limited up to sole proprietor only. Here it is not the case of sole proprietor. We are studying here companies. So whenever in company taxes are paid, drawings accounts are not debited. So which account will be debited? Income tax account will be debited. Whenever the taxes will be paid, which account? Income tax account debit to bank. This transaction, this journal entry will be done when the company will be making payment of tax. So now we need to just simply, you need not to pass journal entry. To make you understand, I have explained this journal entry. Okay, so you have to directly write to bank. Please don't pass any journal entry. For your better understanding, I have passed it. So now I have posted it to bank account. So what is the amount? Income tax paid 60,000. Okay. And what was the closing balance? 1 lakh. Now we have to balance, like each and every account is balanced. So this side we are having 1,60,000 and this side only 50,000. So the balance will be written in the form of by statement of profit and loss account. By statement of profit and loss account. Clear? Statement of profit and loss account. Difference. This is 160. Clear? So now what is the balance amount? 160 minus 50, 110. So this is the account which you will be preparing in your working notes in each and every question where income tax is given 3 times. Clear? I am explaining again 3 times. If the income tax is given, only this portion is given. This is not given. In that case, this will be added, this will be added, and this will be subtracted. If these both are not given, okay, these both are not given, then only this will be added as well as subtracted. 3 type information can be given in regard to provision for tax. So you have to be very cautious while doing the question. So if both of these, combination of these are given, means in balance sheet it is given as well as in additional it is given, then you need to prepare the provision for tax account. And how? First of all, both the balances will be written. This balance will come on the credit side. Why? As it is a liability. This balance is the closing balance, so it will be coming on the debit side. Then you are going to write to bank whatever the tax during the year you have paid. Then the difference will be written by opening the account by statement of P&L account. Statement of P&L. So now, what about the treatment? Now we are having 4 figures, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what will be the treatment? Now you will be not considering these 2 figures. This will not be considered. This will not be considered. Clear? Then which will be considered? Which will be considered? Only this one and this one. So what will be the treatment? This one will be subtracted. Okay, from which activity? Operating. You can prepare the account in the same manner as I have prepared on your screen and note down which is to be added, which is to be subtracted. Otherwise, you may forget. I can see that the many of the students are writing, but only few are not writing. Then you will not be able to understand the concept if you people are just listening. As it's not business studies or economics, it's accountancy. So writing is very much important. So this portion, as this is the text which we have paid during the year, will be subtracted and this will be added. This portion will be added, while in the addition will be done in working note. Addition will be done in working note. So this is all about the provision for text, which today we have done. I hope the topic is clear.